Calgary RB Roy Finch photoed Jeff McIntosh, the Canadian Press CFL.CA staff. Calgary. The Calgary Stampeders made a statement on Labor Day weekend, winning their sixth game in a row and beating the rival Edmonton Eskimos 3,918 at McMahon Stadium. With first place on the line, the crucial West Division matchup sent the ESK 73 to their third straight loss while the Stamps improved to 811. Bo Levi Mitchell tossed 277 passing yards and a pick while Mike Riley threw for 320 yards and added a pair of interceptions and touchdown passes. Calgary scored on the opening possession and got it done in all three facets of the game, holding off a brief fourth-quarter Eskimos comeback. Duvaris Daniels started the game with a 45-yard gain to get the Stamps offense rolling right off the bat. Right outside of the red zone, a Jerome Messam rush moved the ball further, but Calgary would settle for the field goal and the 30 lead. The Stamps defense continued to carry the early momentum. After an offside call gave the ESKs a first down, Brandon Smith got the ball back for Calgary by forcing a Corey Watson fumble that was recovered by the home team. Working back on offense, Mitchell found Anthony Parker open outside the goal line before Messam rumbled his way to the end zone for the touchdown. Roy Finch caught the two-point conversion as the Stamps' lead grew to 110. Edmonton Eskimos Mercy Maston, right, tries to tackle Calgary Stampeders Anthony Parker as he scores a touchdown during first-half CFL football action in Calgary, Monday, September 4, 2017. The Canadian Press Jeff McIntosh first down grabs by Brandon Zylstra and Adarius Bowman kept the chains moving as Edmonton looked to put some points on the board. A 14-yard rush from Ladarius Perkins put the ESKs past midfield and a Kenny Stafford reception moved them into scoring territory. Chris Milo booted a 22-yard field goal to cut the deficit to 113. Mark A. McDaniel's 23-yard gain closed out the first quarter. The Stamps' drive continued with a Julian Lynch grab before Parker's 24-yard sweep rush scored another touchdown and increased the Calgary lead to 183. While trading possessions, the Stamps' defense maintained their pressure on Riley and the ESK's offense throughout. On an Edmonton punt, Roy Finch had a case of deja vu to last year's Labor Day game, returning the kick 90 yards to the end zone as it was 253 with just over 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Opting for the short game, the ESKs chipped their way downfield with a series of small rushes and passes. Milo kicked a 46-yard field goal to end the drive. Calgary added a single on a Paredes-missed 42-yard field goal attempt as the Stamps carried a 266 lead into halftime. The ESKs did not get off to a good start in the second half as Riley was intercepted by Shaq Richardson on the second play of the drive. Messam immediately punched in his second major of the game as Stamps' lead quickly grew to 336. Just outside of the 3-minute warning and still pressing for points, things did not get any better for the ESKs. Richardson jumped a pass route and secured his second interception of the game, again putting the Stamps in instant scoring territory. Paredes notched another field goal to grow Calgary's lead. Calgary QB Bo Levi Mitchell threw for 277 yards. The Canadian Press Jeff McIntosh Edmonton opened the fourth quarter with short passes and rushes to work their way towards the end zone. They capitalized with a Kenny Stafford touchdown, but could not convert on the two-point attempt as the score sat at 3,612. The Stamps' didn't look done on offense as Mitchell found Daniels 46 yards downfield on the next possession. Now looking at scoring territory, Mitchell's throw was intercepted by Forrest Hightower as Edmonton went back to work offensively. Riley rushed 22 yards past midfield and then found Zylstra 41 yards downfield for the touchdown but again were unsuccessful on the two-point convert attempt, still trailing 3,618. A 22-yard gain by Mark and Michel kept the Stamps' offense moving as the clock began winding down to under 3 minutes. Paredes kicked another field goal to put the Stamps back up 3,918 and secured the victory by forcing a late turnover on downs. Next week, the two clubs face off in a rematch at Commonwealth Stadium in Edmonton.